Judgment in the appeal. Pham, the Secretary of State for the Home Department.
The appellant was born in Vietnam in 1983. In 1989, his family came to the United Kingdom, claimed asylum, and were granted indefinite leave to remain. In 1995, he acquired British citizenship. He took no steps to renounce his Vietnamese nationality. On 22 December 2011, the Home Secretary deprived him of his British citizenship under Section 40, subsection 2 of the British Nationality Act 1981, because she suspected that the appellant was involved in terrorist activities. Vietnamese officials have since declined to acknowledge that Mr. Pham is a national of Vietnam. He appealed against the respondent's decision to the Special Immigration Appeals Commission on various grounds, including that he had lost his Vietnamese citizenship, and therefore the decision made him stateless, contrary to Section 44 of the 1981 Act. On a preliminary hearing, the Commission allowed the appeal on the basis that, in practice, it was a Vietnamese executive who made nationality decisions in that country, and Mr. Pham would not have been considered to be a Vietnamese national by the executive on the critical date, the 22nd of December 2011. The Court of Appeal allowed the Secretary of State's appeal. The Supreme Court unanimously dismisses the appeal and remits to the Commission the case to decide the remaining issues. The reasons are that, in short, in deciding whether the appellant was a Vietnamese national at the critical date, it was permissible to have regard to that government's practice. But there was no evidence of a decision or practice of the Vietnam government which treated the appellant as a non-national by operation of its law, or a decision effective at the date of the Home Secretary's decision on the 22nd December 2011. Accordingly, he was not stateless at that date. A further issue had been raised as to the proportionality under European law of the loss of his European citizenship, having regard to the judgment of the Court of Justice in Rotman. However, that was no part of the preliminary issue defined by the Commission. Before the legal issues were considered and the possibility of a reference to the European Court, it was necessary for the Commission, as the tribunal of fact, to consider whether on the facts of his case there was any material difference between the requirements of proportionality under European law and the corresponding principles of domestic law, either as to substance or procedure, and taking account of recent developments in the approach to judicial review.